Hello guys, welcome to weekly outlook here on the pound USD, gold and the DXY. Basically for this week, quickly what I'm just anticipating is just quite very simple. Initially I was looking at this region as a very strong resistant region. I still see it as one. Be there as it may, it might still be looking as if we might have broken a resistance, a support here, and it's holding off as a resistance. So price might still want to forge down towards this area of 1.2860 or 1.28 or 1.29 region, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm still going to believe this is a small support region here. Price broke below it but break above it again and is rejecting it. So if I'm going to buy pound USD next week, it's going to be based off of the fact that I'm seeing price break above this region where it has held off as a little resistance, which is 1.3080 regions. Okay, and if I'm going to be selling pound USD, it's also going to be because the fact that price comes to break this below this regions here of 1.2988. So this is what is as simple as that, because if you look at from the daily time frame perspective, I see higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher low. Basically we have not break the previous low, or we kind of did. So if the low has been broken, it means we might start pulling down, but in a bigger time frame perspective we might still be bullish. Okay, so what I'm just anticipating in this kind of setup is to see if price breaks above this region here. I'll look for opportunities to buy. Okay, I'll look for opportunities to buy to the upside. If it continues, then we'll basically be seeing things like this back to the highs here. Depends on the volatility, but for sales I want to see price break below this again, and then we can see possibilities to start selling to the downside towards this region. Maybe we might get some reactions around here for a little buys and so on. So this is what exactly I'm expecting for pound USD. Here's the 4 hours time frame. Okay, now basically if you head on to gold, basically here on gold we've seen higher lows. Last week we had a new high and price breaking 2,700 per ounce here on gold, and higher lows, simple as that. So we might just want to get a pullback, maybe see price create something like this. We want to come see price pull back to these regions or retest this upward trend line one more time and continue to the upside. So we might want to go to a counter trading, but you can do that if you see price creating something like this, which it did here, it did that here before it went up, it did that here a little bit before it continued to the upside. So it might play around that same thing here before it continues to the upside. So yeah, if we start seeing those rejections and they pull back to these regions, then we can look for buy opportunities, or we can scalp those retracements. In order to look for those possibilities, we can use the Fibonacci retracement too. If price doesn't make any new high here, then we might see that price is at 50% here, and 61.8 is perfect towards the previous resistance, which is now turned support. Okay, correlating with the upward trend line here. If it bounces again, it's perfect for a continuation to the upside. Okay, so that's exactly what I'll be looking out for here on gold. And lastly, the DXY, which is a confluence for my buys or sells on pound USD. Over here we can see price just broke above a previously held resistance and is looking like it's going to retest it. So if price decides to retest these regions and continue to the upside, then we are going to be seeing a huge sell or sells on pound USD. But if price comes back below this and comes to retest and start trending downwards, then we might be looking out for opportunities to continue our buys here on pound USD. So whichever way, we're going to use the DXY as a confluence for the trade. And looking at DXY from the daily time frame perspective, we can see that we are pulling back towards a region of 104.50, 104.60 regions. The only reason we might just want to consider it start pulling down if it start rejecting towards this region, which might be a possible resistance and the psychological level, which is 104. But regardless, I would like it to touch that region first. So if price is going to touch that region, which means price is going to buy up a little bit, then there might be a possibility that on pound USD price will still, push to break this region. So let's call it 1.30 or just 1.2970 region, and trend towards 1.2850s regions. Okay, regardless, I just want to see what price does between this consolidation here. Okay, I'll see you guys for weekly recap on during the weekends, and do enjoy this week. Ciao.